everybody, welcome back to another Wheelassassin video. This is Starcourt part number 13 already. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build the Time Out Arcade. This is located just beside Shapes. It's also located by the toilets and of course the cinema. Inside of this arcade, if we go ahead, swing round and go on inside, let's go to the left first of all. We have a couple, of course, this thing is fully detailed with a couple of games and things. We have a little sort of tug of war game, so you know, you pull on these little tabs, you try and like test your strength, I guess. It's like a strength meter, you know, there's fun things in arcades that do that. I thought that'd be pretty cool to add. A gaming poster represented on the wall over there. Our first claw machine, pretty awesome. So you can go ahead and try and get this creeper out into the sort of, you know, the bit down here, and then you can grab it and take it home or whatever. Over here we have a couple arcade machines, so one of a creeper face, and we also have this little one, so you can move the sort of joysticks around and things like that. We have another couple game posters on the wall, and then a dance mat, which is always fun to have a go on, like, yeah, okay, pretty cool, pretty random, I know. Around on the right side we have more arcade machines, so we have like more of these cool looking arcade modules, I guess. This one is kind of like a track one, so basically the idea of this one is either you roll a ball up it, or it's even like representing a pinball type machine. That'd be pretty cool. Another claw in the corner, this time a blue one with 2 prizes to win, and some vending machines over here. Of course, not too much detail, of course we can't actually get anything out of these, they don't work like they should. I wish someone could maybe do some redstone with this, try and make them cool, that'd be awesome. We have the end, this is one of my favourite sort of arcade machines in this Timeout arcade, is where you can come and defeat the Ender Dragon, obviously in a video game inside a video game. And then we have Creeper Whack-A-Mole, so you smack the creepers on the head and try and win basically. Yeah, this place is fully detailed. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build this today. Definitely stay tuned until the end, it is going to be awesome. Let's get doing it. Alright then guys, so I'm back outside just beside Shapes over here. I've gone ahead and taken myself some blue concrete, some red concrete, some grey stained glass, some Lapis Lazuli rock, and some yellow concrete. The first thing you want to do is take your blue concrete, and we're going to build a 6-block high pillar just right beside Shapes, like so. We're then going to go ahead and go behind this and place a red pillar to 6 blocks high. Then we're going to take our yellow, and 1 block away from the wall, we're going to stop just there and make this row 6 blocks high as well. Almost there now. So it should come up to in line with the roof area of Shapes. A red concrete pillar in this kind of corner, up to 6 blocks high. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 with our red concrete. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks with our yellow. And then 1 more red concrete over here. Red concrete again goes up to 6 blocks high. Then all of your other walls can go up to 6 as well. So just go ahead and bring all these up to in line with that red. If you do need to come back on a different day to do this process, because it is quite a long, grueling process, then feel free guys, feel free to pause the video, or even just comment with a little sort of bookmark, I guess, like a little sort of, you know, timestamp, so you can remember where you were. Alright then, we're next going to go ahead and kind of line up with this red concrete wall over here. We're going to make sure we go in line, so it's about here, I think. Yep, perfect. I'm going to place my blue concrete, and I'm going to take this to 6 blocks high. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Then a yellow concrete wall all the way to the red from the blue. And again, you guessed it, 6 blocks high we need to go. Now some of this yellow wall is actually exposed for the bathrooms just besides this arcade. So we're going to leave that, not adding in the red concrete because I didn't want to add too many reds, greens and yellows in this build. Especially with there being the green bathrooms just over here. It would look a little bit weird if the hallway was like, you know, yellow and red when the bathrooms are kind of green. I may be sounding a little bit weird right now, but yeah, when I was building I was like, no, we don't need that. So I've kind of left it at my own design like so. Alright then guys, so what we're going to do now is now we have this weird looking McDonald's shape with these 2 blue pillars on the end. We're going to take our blue concrete again and connect up these pillars with a massive line across the top. We're then going to go 4 on each side just below this massive pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in this small gap we should be left with enough blocks for each letter of arcade. So A, R, C, A, D, E. Perfect. Let's go ahead and mark that out with red concrete. Then drop down and place blue concrete even underneath that red concrete sign. And then go ahead and connect the corners of this blue to the floor by adding just 3 blocks on there, like so. We're then going to take our grey stained glass, and we're going to go for a 2 just up there. We're then going to need to place one to break one on either side, so kind of like that. Knock out the 2. Oh, my bad, don't knock out the 2 just yet, because we're going to go ahead and place 2 more out, kind of facing towards, you know, the other shops over there. Then you can break these ones. Then we can go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 down the side of that blue, 1, 2, 3 down the side of that blue, and then 3 just here. Oops, 3 just here diagonally from the other one, and then another 2 rows of 3 just out the front. These are supposed to represent our Atari type sort of, I don't know, like rockets, I guess, out the front of the arcade, which looks really cool. Going to do another one over here. So 2, drop down and place 2. Remember, these are temporary. Place 2 off the side from that temporary 2, and 2 out the front from the temporary 2. And you then go ahead and break those. We're going to place 3 of the glass up the side of the blues, like so. Come diagonally in front of those and place another 3. Come diagonally in front of those and place 2 rows of 3 for about 6 blocks like that. Amazing. Now what you want to do whilst you're here is come on the inside. I did forget to grab material. That is red wool, of course. We're actually going to go underneath the glass blocks, and we're just going to go ahead and put red wool underneath the glass, like so. And whilst you're here, you can also go ahead and put the lapis in as well. And the lapis just in the doorway. And then let's do the other window. Make sure to go underneath all of these blocks if you can, just so that when we come to filling in the flooring for the sort of second floor balcony area, we have this already done, so it's a little bit easier for us to mark things out. Alright then guys, so the final step for kind of completing the main structure is we're going to go ahead and place lapis in the floor and all the rest of these blocks we've got. So basically this big old rectangle. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so one of the major important steps before we get onto the interior is just making this weird looking claw shape in the walls, kind of above, holding up the roof of the Timeout arcade. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down next to these blue concrete pillars that we made earlier, and we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to go up 6 actually for both of these, like so. Then we're going to come behind these and go 6 blocks with their yellow up to here. Then we're going to add 3 blocks to these, 1, 2, 3 on both sides, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go ahead and turn the corner for 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, to connect them up like so. We're then going to drop down and place 2 blocks in the middle and bring these all the way to the floor, like so. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because we're going to need to kind of cut out spaces where Timeout arcade machines are going to be and stuff like that. So what we're actually going to do is, first of all, we're going to take our yellow and connect it up to this red concrete pillar at the back there, like so, for 2 layers. Now this first one is actually split equally, so both of these have holes in for arcade machines on both sides. So you can just go ahead and add another double wall in, just like so. Now on this side, this is completely full after that. There's only, oh my bad, there's only one more, so just here. Only one more arcade machine on this side. So 2 of these, there's kind of like a window space in here, so you can see over the arcade machines into the next part of the arcade. So let's recap. So 1 pillar, another pillar, leave a gap between each of these. Then we're going to build a wall over here, and this is going to be about 5 blocks in length. Only for this left side. Perfect. Then we're going to go around to the right side, and in here we're just going to go ahead and kind of put a wall in here, a wall block away, and then a wall at the end, covering up that red concrete at the end, like so. Perfect. I know that can sound a little bit tricky, so if you do need to pause the video or you want to ask me any questions, please feel free to do that in the comments down below, guys. I have no trouble with, you know, answering questions or whatever. Brilliant. We are now ready to put in our arcade machines. This is the coolest part of the tutorial, and I'm so excited to teach you guys. Let's go ahead and do that now. Alright then, guys, so building all of these machines is going to take a little while. I'm going to try and, like, put some of them together so that we can build 2 in a row, but it may take a little while, so definitely stay tuned. First of all, we're going to grab some green wool, a creeper head, some paintings, some birch trapdoors, some cobblestone, some orange wool, redstone repeaters, endstone brick stairs, and some oak trapdoors. We are going to need an Acacia sign as well for these 2 first arcade machines. That is the Whacker Creeper mold, Whacker Creeper even, and the end sort of arcade machine. So coming first of all to our Whacker Creeper, we're going to go ahead and place our green wool right kind of on this one over here, this orange block, this yellow block even. We're going to go for 1 away from the wall, 2, and then another 2, just like so. We're then going to go ahead and take our cobblestone, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. Birch trapdoors with the handle facing each other on top. Birch trapdoors with the handle facing upwards for the side of this cobblestone. Sweet. Now we need to grab a painting, preferably the same one for both of these. You may just have to block some cobblestone out so you can get the creeper looking one. Oh, it's gonna be weird. Okay, here we go. There, oh, there it is. Oh, that's kind of, oh wow, look at that, that's weird. Huh, we got the creeper face. Okay, so that's cool. So what we're gonna do is place the trapdoors back on there, come around the side, and also place your trapdoors with the handles facing upwards. It's not exactly the most important detail, but I just wanted to make it look kind of cool. Then you just place your creeper heads on all 4 of these places, and there you have it. Whacker Creeper is ready for playing. So a block away from this one, we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 orange wool like so, an upside down end stair like so, and an upside down end stair like so, just a block away. 1 oak trapdoor on this bottom one, a redstone repeater facing this way, so facing towards the Whacker Creeper. Then I'm going to grab my last material for this machine, which is of course my Acacia sign, which is down here. Second row down, we're just going to write the end on that top upside down stair like so. Beautiful. Alright then, let's get on to some more machines. Okay then guys, for our next 2 machines, these are actually vendor machines. Of course the kids can't really play on these unless they have money to get food and drink and stuff. So what we're going to do is come a block away from the end sort of machine, and we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 red concrete up the wall there. Going to go ahead and place 1 more just there, and just besides that we're going to go ahead and place 3 concrete facing up the wall as well, and then 1 again just besides that. So they're almost like 2 backwards L's. 2 glass in between both of these to fill them up. 2 item frames just besides the glass on both of these, like so. 1 spruce trapdoor on the red machine, and 1 birch on the yellow machine, both underneath the windows. Stone buttons on each of these besides the trapdoors. For the red one, I'm going to make this look like a Coca-Cola machine, so I'm going to place myself some water bottles in here, like so. And the yellow one is going to be a cookie machine, so I'm going to place 2 cookies in the item frames like so. For the final materials for both of these, you're just going to grab some carpet, so yellow and red carpet. And you guessed it, yellow goes on the yellow, the red goes on the red, like so. Alright then guys, so the final machine in this corner is going to be our claw. I've grabbed myself some light blue wool, some iron bars, an item frame, birch signs, glass panes, a zombie head or heads of your choice, as well as a Steve head, a lever, and an elytra. What I'm going to do is go into this corner. I'm going to place 1, 2 light blue, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So 6 in total just in this corner. I'm then going to go ahead and place glass panes all the way around the perimeter of these light blue walls for 2 blocks high. I'm going to come back into this. I'm going to place 1 item frame just there and an elytra inside the item frame like so. We can go ahead and place our heads in here as well. Make sure to scatter them about so they look kind of like they've just been chucked in there by the operator or whatever. Okay, 2 birch signs on the side of this, just normal ones, they don't have to be written on or anything. My mistake, guys. There we go. 1 item frame just around the front, and that is going to have the iron bars in, representing our little flap, so obviously the prizes will come out of there. 1 lever just there, and a button is going to go there as well, so if you have it in your inventory already, just plonk your button in there. Next thing we're going to do is place light blue wool across the top for another 6 to kind of finish that off. Then birch signs all the way around the side. 1 in the middle is going to say the claw on the second row down, but then the ones surrounding it are just going to be empty, just for a little bit of detail. Okay, so my final materials, I'm just going to take myself some light blue carpet, and then I'm going to take myself some stone buttons. So carpet on the top, and then 1 button in the corner, like so. Awesome grab machine. So for the 2 machines that go in the corner, just over here, kind of across from the claw, we're going to need to grab ourselves some jungle trapdoors, some jungle wood planks, some powered rail, a beacon, a lever, acacia wood planks, and acacia wood stairs. We're going to start with our jungle first of all. We're going to go 2 blocks high in this kind of first corner. 2 blocks out, so it's just a block away now from the arcade, well, the claw machine. We're then going to place jungle trapdoors with the handles facing up all the way around these 4 kind of, these 2 corners even, leaving this front one empty for now. Powered rail on top just like so, and then 1 more trapdoor with the handle facing forwards just like so. Our pinball machine is done. For our next machine, we're going to place acacia wood planks just in there, 1 beacon, 1 acacia wood planks, 1 stair facing the right way up, an upside down stair just a block away from that one, and then a lever kind of facing out towards where the player would be. Awesome. That is probably one of the most simple designs you can use for an arcade machine, and I think it looks quite effective. Of course, the beacon is not actually touching the glass, so it looks even more cool, like a screen. It's epic. Alright, let's go ahead and add some more machines in. So for our last 2 machines along this wall, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some red wool, some Acacia Trapdoors, some dark oak trapdoors, a painting, a button, that is a stone button, a beacon, a redstone repeater, an oak wood slab, and an oak wood stairs. So place 2 of your red wool going in this wall like so, 1 coming out from the wall, Acacia Trapdoors with the handles facing upwards all the way around this bottom red wool like so. A painting on the back wall just there. It's going to be a little bit tricky to get it on there because obviously you've got 2 walls either side. You may just want to break one of these concretes for a second whilst you place your painting. I'm going to get the painting that looks, it's got a little bit of yellow in it, just so it stands out from the red. If I can find it. It is there. Perfect. So now we've used our painting. Let's go ahead and fill this wall back in. 1 stone button just there for our little button to play the machine. A dark oak trapdoor on top to finish that one off. So for our one over here, we're going to go ahead and make a block with our slab, first of all. Then an upside down stair just out from that block. A redstone repeater facing all the other arcade machines along the wall, with the handles, the kind of joysticks facing apart like so. A beacon up there, and then an oak wood slab on top. Boom! The right side of our arcade is completed. Let's go ahead and do the left side. Alright then guys, so for our test of strength machine just in this corner on the right side, you're going to need to grab yourself some red glazed terracotta, some iron bars, glass panes, birch signs, tripwire hooks, birchwood stairs, birchwood planks, birchwood slab, and a painting. We're going to go ahead and cut 2 in the floor, so 2 rows of 4, just about a diagonal block away from this yellow concrete wall. Just here, and just here. Fill it in with your red glazed terracotta. Then you can put your iron bars along these 2 walls, like so. Then we're going to take a row of planks and go for 4 blocks along there. 2 slabs on either end, like so. Then we're going to go ahead and place 2 blocks of planks once again. And then we can go ahead and finish it off with 2 stairs, kind of facing each other, like so. On these stairs, we can actually go ahead and place some signs, and this will say like player 1 on the top row, so it may just take a second to write player 1, and then player 2 on the top row again for this next one. Perfect. Player 1 and 2. Perfecto. Glass panes just as a little screen just there, and tripwire hooks underneath those for the little pulley system involved in testing your strength, testing your ability. Pretty cool. Now over here on this 4-block wall just here, so diagonally up from that iron bar, we're going to go ahead and place a painting. Now this is going to be huge if we just place it on this giant wall, so you may need to just cut out a little square, like so. One painting in there of your choice. It doesn't have to be that one, it can be whichever one you like. Then just fill the wall back in. Let's get on to the next step. Alright then guys, so for the second claw machine, just a block away from this painting, you need to grab yourself some iron bars, some red carpet, some red wool, some glass panes, and a elytra again, an item frame, spruce signs, and a lever, as well as a wither skeleton skull, or whichever sort of head you want that you've not used already. So make sure to check around, and yeah, I'm going to use a wither skeleton one for my one. So like I said, a block away from the painting, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, so for 6 like so. Take your glass panes and go all the way around the perimeter of the red wall like so, for 2 layers high. Boom. Drop your head in the bottom, of course facing diagonally or whichever way you want. Place a kind of item frame just a block above that, with your elytra in, representing the little claw. Then another 6 blocks of wool on top. Then your carpet on top of that. And then we're going to go ahead and outline kind of the red carpet on top of even the red wool with some spruce signs. So 2 blanks at the top, 2 blanks at the bottom, 1 blank just there, and as you get to the middle you want to write the claw once again. So it should be on our predictive text. There we go. 1 blank again, and then 2 more blanks around the right side. You can also do it down here as well. Although you may just want to leave this side off, because we're going to put some carpet down here for the sort of dance mat machine. So it may just interfere with the carpet. So feel free to leave that one off if you want to. No one's going to really see it, so it won't really matter too much. Item frame on the front left of the machine, with your iron bars in like so. 1 lever over the far right, and then one last material we need is of course our stone button. These little buttons, they just can't fit in my inventory. And boom, there we have it. 1 arcade machine, another claw machine, just like so. You could also grab yourself 1 painting and just stick it a block away the other side of the claw machine now, just for 1 final detail. So again, you may need to just remove a couple blocks around it to place your 1 desired painting in like so. Cannot speak. Again, every single build I just cannot speak. Goodness me, I might have to take some English lessons even though I'm from Britain. Never mind. There we go. Let's get on with the rest of the build. So to fill in these final 2 holes, what we're going to need to grab is some red wool, some spruce trapdoors, paintings, stone buttons, dark oak wood slab, dark oak wood stairs, beacon, redstone repeater, and some dark oak wood sign. We're going to go ahead first of all and place 2 blocks of red wool just there behind this beacon, and 1 coming out from the wall. On this 1 coming out from the wall, we can go ahead and place blank dark oak wood signs all the way around that red wall for all 3 sides of that. 1 painting is going to go on here, but of course it's going to interfere with these 2 blocks around it, so you may just want to have to break 1 on either side so you can place your painting in like so. I'm going to go ahead and switch it up so I've got like a darker coloured painting for my dark red machine. Then I'm going to take my spruce trapdoors, I'm going to place 1 just there. I'm going to shift click and place another 1 just there, like so, kind of overhanging the booth. And then 1 stone button on like so. For this one over here, we're going to go ahead and make a block with our slab, just like so. An upside down dark oak wood stair like so. A redstone repeater facing our other arcade machine like that, with the 2 joysticks kind of separated like so. 1 beacon on top, and then 1 slab on top of that beacon. Now you can go ahead and replace the wall. And there we have it, our 2 booths are ready to be played. Let's go ahead and add in the final detail and the final machine in this arcade. Now then, for our dance mat machine, what we're going to need to grab is some iron bars, some paintings, some smooth quartz stairs, some smooth quartz block, magenta glazed terracotta because it's got the arrows on it, looks really good for this sort of thing, blue carpet, green carpet, red carpet, and yellow carpet. So 4 different colours of your guys' choice. First thing we're going to do is come a block away from the wall on either side, and we're going to place an upside down stair. Then we're going to go ahead and fill in these gaps with some smooth quartz block like so. Then we're going to place another block on either side of these. And then we're going to go ahead and place a stair facing inward on both of those blocks. Then an upside down stair just besides that one, facing in again. Then a 2 normal facing stairs like so in there. Now we're going to fill this in with paintings, so we're going to go 2 singular paintings and then 1 double in the middle. So place your double one first of all, and then your 2 singular on either side. Try and make sure the singular ones are the same if you can. I know it might be tricky to cycle through them, but make sure if you can do it, then definitely try. That'd be awesome. So now we have the actual machine going, we can go ahead and make the dance mats. So a arrow needs to be facing towards the little paintings like so. And then you can go around kind of that one diagonally from each one to make a nice square. Awesome. You do that for 2 times like so. Now we're going to go ahead and place in our carpets. So 1 colour for each of the corners. Try and make sure they're the same if you can for both of these. Like so. And then for your middle one, you may just want to grab 1 more carpet of your guys' choice. Preferably a different colour to the ones you've used already. So for this one I'm going to use pink. Almost like a high score button just in there. Okay, insane. Then we're going to grab some iron bars and place these besides this one arcade machine for 2 blocks like that. So it kind of separates the little sort of booth off. Then we're going to place 1 painting just on this wall just here. Remove the 2 blocks either side of it and place your 1 painting just there. Fill in the wall. And there you have a timeout arcade. So for the final step in creating our real life timeout arcade, we're going to need to do the banners. And for the first time in one of our Minecraft tutorials for Starcourt, we're not using the same colour as the banner to outline these letters. So we're going to go ahead and place a loom. Take your blue banners, you're going to need 5 of these. You're going to need some red dye and you're going to need some yellow dye like so. First things first, go into your loom. Spread out your banners if you can in your inventory like so, just to make it a little bit more simple for yourselves. 1 blue banner goes in, then the red dye, and we're going to make an A first of all. A left line like so, a right line like so, a middle line like so, and then 1 of the top sort of fesses like so. For our R, we're going to place a banner in, a diagonal line like so, a top line like so, and then a kind of left line like that. Banner goes in again. For the C, we're going to go for a left line, a bottom and top fess like this. Boom. We've obviously got another A, so we're going to start on the sorry guys, I'm a little bit dyslexic, so I'm trying to like figure this out quick. A, R, C, A, D, D, my bad. That's kind of bad, you have to count it, don't you? Like kind of say it. Oh my gosh, right, so 1 left line like so. We're actually going to do a very weird design D that I've made up myself. It kind of looks a bit like an O, kind of multi-purpose really. So a bottom and top fess like this, and then just a left row like so. Still has a D sort of look to it, so it doesn't really matter too much. And then for our last character, we're going to need to get an E. So a left row, a middle row, and then a top and bottom fess like this. My apologies for my almost spelling mistake back there. That was lucky. So take your red dye out, put your yellow dye in, go to the highlight one, and start to highlight all of your banners. Now this is a very neon sign, so this is definitely what we need. Super neon, and it looks cool. So now we just need to place them. So taking your banners, we're going to go onto this top blue concrete row, and we're going to go A, R, C, A, D, E. So the bottom of the banners is touching the red concrete we built earlier. Perfect. And there we have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this Wheelassassin video. I really hope you've had fun making this one. This was super cool to make. I've always wanted to build an arcade like machines and all the crazy stuff that goes in an arcade in Minecraft. And thank you so much for giving me the honour of teaching you guys how to build it. It's been awesome. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please definitely smash a like, that'd be awesome. Super helps the channel out, it'd be really, really cool and much appreciated. If you guys do want to stick around for more of my builds, I promise I don't speak really weirdly every single episode. I just seem to have like a speech thing going on at the moment. Very weird, I know. If you'd like to subscribe, that'd be amazing. You guys take it easy, have an excellent day, stay safe of course, and yeah, I'll see you at the next Wheelassassin video coming very, very soon. Goodbye for now everybody, thank you so much once again.